My research proposal is about the impact of technology on learning in elementary classrooms. So over the past few years, especially since COVID, elementary classrooms have changed a lot. Students now use iPads or Chromebooks daily, often with programs like Lexia Core 5. While these tools bring benefits, they also reduce direct teacher-led instruction. My proposal focuses on understanding how this shift affects student learning and engagement. I see students spending more and more time on computers and have a desire to understand how technology impacts learning. Blended learning mixes teacher-led instruction with independent digital work. It's essential to see whether technology is supporting growth and engagement or unintentionally reducing instructional effectiveness. Here are 4 questions to help understand both the academic and behavioral effects of technology in classrooms. How does time on digital applications relate to MAP growth scores? How do one-to-one devices support or complicate teaching? How often are students off task on devices? And how consistently do students maintain focus during digital tasks? Here are some key words and definitions that will be used in my research. Blended learning is an educational approach that mixes traditional classroom instruction with online or technology-based learning. Digital tools are in the form of software, applications, online platforms, and devices that are integrated into teaching and learning. Information and communication technology, also known as ICT. This encompasses all technologies that enable access, storage, retrieval, transmission, and manipulation of information. Intervention is in the form of a targeted supplemental instruction designed to quickly close specific learning gaps and help students achieve grade level benchmarks. Lexia Core 5 is a comprehensive technology-based literacy program designed primarily for students pre-K through 5th grade. This is published by Lexia Learning and part of the Cambian Learning Group. MAP also stands for Measures of Academic Progress. This is a computer-based assessment that measures student progress and growth in math, science, and language. It is typically administered to students at the beginning, middle, and end of the year. In my research, I will only be looking at the reading component of MAP. On-task behavior is the actively paying attention and participating on the task by students. RIT score. This is how much student knows and how much they've grown between testing periods, such as, again, 3 times a year, beginning, middle, and end, or you could say fall, winter, and spring. Student focus is staying mentally engaged in learning. And last, technology includes devices such as iPads, Chromebooks, laptops, and digital tools such as apps and online platforms, which are all integrated within the curriculum to facilitate personalized learning. Quantitative data from MAP scores, which measures academic growth, will be collected from beginning, middle, and end of year. Teacher surveys and classroom observations will capture engagement and student focus. This methods approach gives a complete picture of technology's impact on learning. I am examining the time students spend on the Lexia Core 5 app and how it relates to their academic growth. I also will be observing students' on-task behavior and teachers' experiences with technology in the classroom. This multifaceted approach ensures meaningful and comprehensive results. Despite limitations, the study is essential. Schools are investing heavily in technology, and we need to know what truly works so that digital tools enhance learning without replacing essential teacher-student interactions. Several steps will be involved to access my participants. First, I'll need to obtain district approval to ensure the study aligns with their priorities and follows ethical guidelines. I will then need to obtain institutional review board approval to protect my students' privacy. Once that's in place, I'll need to reach out to principals to explain the study and ensure minimal disruptions. Teachers will provide consent knowing their involvement is limited and confidential. Finally, I'll utilize professional networks to identify classrooms that are a good fit for the study. This step-by-step process ensures that I will conduct the study ethically while minimizing disruption to student learning. One of the biggest challenges is simply getting access to the classrooms. Schools protect instructional time and student privacy, so gaining approval from the district and principals might take me a little longer than expected. Another challenge is that my sample is fairly small, getting data from 2 schools in certain grade levels. Since I'm only working with 2 schools and a few grade levels, I'll need to be careful about how much I generalize the results. Also, teachers may use technology very differently. Some follow some routines with their digital tools. Some may not use them as often or be as flexible. That variation can affect how I compare the engagement of students and those MAP scores. Measuring student engagement will be tricky. On-task behavior can change quickly, and observers might unintentionally influence how students act. Technology itself can create challenges. There might be slow internet, broken devices, software glitches that all could interrupt the students' learning and my data collection. Finally, some of the data I will collect will rely on teacher reportings and observations. Self-report can be subjective, and privacy rules may limit the type of student data that I can access. Thank you all for taking the time to listen to my proposal today. Your feedback will help guide this important research on how digital tools impact student learning.